There are three steps used to manage health and safety at work. Number one, spot the hazards, means hazards identification. Number two, assess the risk, means risk assessment. And number three, make the changes, means risk control. When it comes to safety, the person who is at risk must be aware of the hazard and what can be done to control the hazard and prevent injury. These are called three E's of safety. Number one, evaluation. Number two, education. And number three, enforcement. Dear friends and fellows, you are watching Safety First. And today's HSC tutorials topic is HSC monitoring. How many types of monitoring? I'm your host, Javed. If you are new on this channel, kindly subscribe the channel. And if you find the video informative, then like and share. Let us look what are the types of monitoring. There are two basic types of checking or monitoring: active monitoring and reactive monitoring. First of all, we'll go through what is active monitoring. Active monitoring, by taking the initiative before things go wrong, involve routine inspections and checks to make sure that standards and policies are being implemented and that controls are working. What is reactive monitoring? Reactive monitoring, after things go wrong, involves looking at historical events to learn from mistakes and see what can be put right to prevent a reoccurrence. Now we'll see one by one, but before going deeper in monitoring, we must know why we are going to measure performance. You can't manage what you can't measure. The main purpose of measuring health and safety performance is to provide information on the progress and current status of the strategies, processes, and activities employed to control health and safety risks. Effective measurement not only provides information on what the levels are, but also why they are at this level, so that corrective action can be taken. This is the reason why the performance of a company or a project is measured. Dear friends and fellows, while active checking or monitoring health and safety performance standards should seek to answer such questions as the following: where is the position relative to the overall health and safety aims and objectives? Where is the position relative to the control of hazards and risks? How does the organization compare with others? What is the reason for the current position? Is the organization getting better or worse over time? Is the management of health and safety doing the right things? Is the management of health and safety doing things right consistently? Is the management of health and safety proportionate to the hazards and risks? Is the management of health and safety efficient? Is an effective health and safety management system in place across all parts of the organization? Is the culture supportive of health and safety, particularly in the face of competing demands? So, these are the few questions we are going to measure the performance. To know the answer of such important and crucial questions, performance measurement is necessary for making better decisions. The checking or monitoring of performance standards helps in deciding where the organization is in relation to where it wants to be, what progress is necessary and reasonable in the circumstances, how that progress might be achieved against particular restraints, for example, resources or time. Priorities: what should be done first and what is most important. And lastly, effective use of resources. Without measuring the performance, you cannot handle such situations or priorities in a better way, and you are not able to make a better decision for the benefit of the company and to get the better result from occupational safety and health culture. But the question is what to measure in order to achieve an outcome of no injuries or work related ill health and to satisfy stakeholders. Health and safety risks need to be controlled. Effective risk control is founded on an effective health and safety management system. There are four elements: input, process, output, and outcome. We'll see one by one. Input, uncontrolled hazards, the hazard burden. In the process section, health and safety management systems, management arrangements, level 1, risk and control system, level 2, workplace precautions, level 3, and a positive health and safety culture. In the output section, there are controlled hazards and controlled risks. Lastly, the outcome section: no injuries, no occupational ill health, no incidents, and stakeholders' satisfaction. If there are no hazards and the risks are controlled, of course, there is the satisfaction for all stakeholders because the company or the project has no injuries, and no occupational ill health, and no incidents or accidents. Now, another question is how to make effective risk control, which leads no accidents, no incidents, or no ill health cases. The health and safety management system comprises three levels of control. Level 3: effective workplace precautions provided and maintained to prevent harm to people who are exposed to the risks. Level 2: risk control systems, the basis of ensuring that adequate workplace precautions are provided and maintained. And level 1: the key elements of the health and safety management system, the management arrangements, including plans and objectives, necessary to organize, plan, control, and monitor the design and implementation of risk control systems. The health and safety culture must be positive to support each level. These are the ways, these are the levels how effective risk control is possible. Dear friends and fellows, performance measurement should cover all elements and be based on a balanced approach which combines input, monitoring the scale, nature, and distribution of hazards created by the organization's activities, measures of the hazards burden, process, active monitoring of the adequacy, development, implementation, and deployment of the health and safety management system, and the activities to promote a positive health and safety culture. Measures of success in the process section. In the outcomes, reactive monitoring of adverse outcomes resulting in injuries, ill health, loss, and accidents with the potential to cause injuries, ill health, or loss, measures of failure. This all is possible only because of monitoring. Either it's active monitoring or it is reactive monitoring. Active monitoring is a means of verifying the adequacy of and the degree of compliance with the risk control systems that have been established. It is intended to identify deficiencies in the safety management system for subsequent remedial action and thus prevent accidents by eradicating their potential causes. It also enables a company to gain a picture of its health and safety performance and chart the progress of improvement. Active monitoring employs several complementary methods which address differing aspects and areas of the organization. You are watching Safety First, and today's topic is HSE monitoring. Dear friends and fellows, HSE monitoring methods are categorized as follows. Audit. I'll make a complete video for audits, types of audits, and the elements and the requirements of an audit. So this is one of the monitoring tool of HSE performance in an organization. Number 2, the safety survey. It's usually a detailed assessment of one aspect of an organization's safety management system. For example, the organization's training arrangements. Number three, the safety inspection. It consists of a formal assessment of workplace safety and the identification of hazardous conditions or practices for subsequent remedial action. It's normally carried out by the first line managers referring to and completing the checklist. Number four, the safety tour. Safety tour addresses the people aspects of workplace safety and by discussions with a range of staff establishes their familiarity with safety procedures and requirements. It's normally carried out by middle and senior management as one means of demonstrating their commitment to safety. A questionnaire is frequently used. Number five, safety sampling. Safety sampling is a useful technique that helps organizations to concentrate on one particular area or subject at a time. A specific area is chosen, which can be inspected in about 30 minutes. A checklist is drawn up to facilitate the inspection looking at specific issues. So usually there are five monitoring tools or methods: safety audit, safety survey, safety inspection, safety tour, and safety sampling. Depending on the size and complexity of the organization, there should be arrangements for active monitoring and comparing the results of such monitoring, checking that appropriate actions are being taken. It is at this point that decisions may be required on resources. For example, investment in a new machine which doesn't spill oil and priorities, and that consultation with employees and their representatives. It is important that all places and activities are included because it is often at the margins of responsibility that hazards are overlooked. The measurement process can gather information through direct observation of conditions of the people's behaviors, sometimes referred to as unsafe acts and unsafe conditions monitoring, talking to people to elicit facts and their experiences as well as gauging their views and opinions, examining written reports, documents, and records. Direct observations includes inspection activities and the monitoring of the work environment. For example, temperature, dust levels, solvent levels, noise levels, and people's behavior. Each risk control system should have a built-in monitoring element that will define the frequency of monitoring. These can be combined to form a common inspection system. Dear friends and fellows, let us look what is safety inspection program. Within any active monitoring program, there should be a system for workplace safety inspections. It often forms part of the preventive maintenance scheme for plant and equipment. However, they may also be covered by legal examination and inspection requirements. Equipment in this category includes steam boilers, other pressure vessels, hoists, lifts, cranes, chains, ropes, lifting tackles, power presses, scaffolds, transports, and local exhaust ventilation. Workplace inspections should include other precautions, such as those covering the use of premises, welfare facilities, behaviors of people, and systems of work. Inspections should be done by people who are competent to identify the relevant hazards and risks and who can assess the conditions found. Preferably, they should mainly be local staff who understand problems and can immediately present solutions. In order to get maximum value from inspection checklists, they should be designed so that they require objective rather than subjective judgments of conditions. The checklist or inspection form should facilitate the planning and initiation of remedial action by requiring those doing the inspection to rank deficiencies in priority order, those actions which are most important rather than those which can easily be done quickly. identifying those responsible for taking remedial actions with sensible timescales to track progress on implementation, periodic monitoring to identify common themes which might reveal underlying problems in the system, and management information on the frequency or nature of the monitoring arrangements. Dear friends and fellows, the checklist could be structured using the 4 P's. These 4 P's are premises, plants and substances, procedures, and people. Let us look one by one. Premises include working at height, access and egress, working environment, welfare, services, and fire precautions. Plants, equipment, and substances, including work equipment, manual and mechanical handling, vehicles, dangerous flammable substances, and hazardous substances. Procedures include risk assessments, safe systems of work, permit to work, personal protective equipment, contractors, notices, signs, and posters. And lastly, people, including health, civilians, people's behavior, training and supervision, appropriate authorized persons, violence, those especially at risk. The most important thing, how to become a good observer. The most important thing in the inspection is to make good observation. Let us discuss what are the key points in becoming a good observer. To improve health and safety performance, managers and supervisors must eliminate unsafe acts by observing them, taking immediate corrective action, and following up to prevent reoccurrences. To become a good observer, they must improve their observation skills and must learn how to observe effectively. Effective observation includes the following key points. Be selective. Know what to look for, practice. Keep an open mind. Guard against habit and familiarity. Don't be satisfied with general impressions. Record observations systematically. To get all these, let us discuss what are the observation techniques. By complying with the techniques, anyone can be a good observer. In addition, to become a good observer, a person must stop for 10 to 30 seconds before entering a new area to ascertain where employees are working. Be alert for unsafe practices that are corrected as soon as you entered an area. Observe activity. Don't avoid the action. Always remember ABBI. Look above, below, behind, and inside. Develop a questioning attitude to determine what injuries might occur, if the unexpected happened, and how the job might be accomplished more safely. Ask why and what could happen if. This is the style how you have to make questions during the inspection. Use all senses, sight, hearing, smell, touch. Maintain a balanced approach. Observe all phases of the job. Be inquisitive. Observe for ideas, not just to determine problems. Recognize good performance. Some commonly observed poor work practices include using machinery or tools without authority, operating at unsafe speeds, or in other violation of safe work practice, removing guards or other safety devices or rendering them ineffective, using defective tools or equipment, or using tools or equipment in unsafe ways, using hands or body instead of tools or push sticks, overloading, crowding, or failing to balance materials, or handling materials in other unsafe ways, including improper lifting, repairing or adjusting equipment that is in motion, under pressure, or electrically charged, failing to use or maintain or improperly using personal protective equipment or safety devices, creating unsafe, unsanitary, or unhealthy conditions by improper personal hygiene, by using compressed air for cleaning clothes, by poor housekeeping, are by smoking in unauthorized areas, standing or working under suspended loads, scaffolds, shafts, or open hatches. Additional principles for conducting inspections are draw attention to the presence of any immediate danger. Other items can await the final report. Shut down and lock out any hazardous item that cannot be brought to a safe operating standard until repaired. Don't operate equipment. Ask the operator for a demonstration. If the operator of any piece of equipment doesn't know what dangers may be present, this is cause for concern. Items should never be ignored because the observer didn't have the knowledge to make an accurate assessment of safety. Clearly describe each hazard and its exact location in rough notes. Allow on the spot recording of all findings before they are forgotten. Record what have or have not been examined in case the inspection is interrupted. Ask questions, but don't unnecessarily disrupt work activities. This may interfere with efficient assessment of the job function and may also create a potentially hazardous situation. Consider the static stop position and dynamic in motion conditions of the item you are inspecting. If the machine is shut down, consider postponing the inspection until it is functioning again. Discuss as a group. Can any problem, hazard, or accident generate from this situation when looking at the equipment, the process, or the environment? Determine what corrections or controls are appropriate. Don't try to detect all hazards simply by relying on human senses or by looking at them during the inspection. Monitoring equipment may have to be used to measure the levels of exposure to chemicals, noise, radiation, or biological agents. Take photographs to help with any description of a particular situation. Make sure it is safe to operate a camera in the workplace insert. Dear friends and fellows, let us discuss the essential elements of a report. Number one, identification of the organization, workplace, inspector, and the date of inspection. Number two, list of observations. Number three, priority or risk level. Number four, actions to be taken. And number five, time scale for completion of the actions. These are the minimum five requirements must be mentioned while you are going to generate a HSE inspection report. Now, let us discuss the advantages of using a checklist. The strengths of using a checklist for inspections of a workplace are the opportunity given for prior preparation and planning in order to ensure that the inspection is both structured and systematic. The degree of consistency obtained first by those carrying out the inspection and second in the areas and issues to be covered. It can be easily adopted or customized for different areas. It results in an immediate record of findings. It provides an easy method of comparison and audit. Checklists can also be used to improve safety performance by checking adherence to standards, allowing an analysis of trends to be made, identifying problems which, if quickly rectified, can boost the morale of the workforce, demonstrating the commitment of management and the involvement of employees, which will increase the ownership of health and safety within the organization. So, these are the ways or the method how to make an inspection, what must be the part of checklist, why checklist is important, what are the different methods of monitoring, what are the different methods of active monitoring, and why monitoring is important, and what is the use of HSE monitoring, how it can be beneficial or how it can improve the HSE culture in a workplace or in an organization. And that's it. Training session is over now. If you have any question, please ask in the comment section down below. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and share the video. If you are interested, for a specific topic, you can mention it in the comment section. Hope to see you soon with the new HSE tutorial. Till then, take good care of yourself and your family. Good luck and Allah Hafiz.